BDO holte er sich sogar den World Masters Champion Titel. Und das ist ein ganz, ganz großer Erfolg für die aktuelle Nummer 88 der Welt. Herzlich willkommen, the Polish Eagle, Christoph Ratajski. Christoph Ratajski tritt an gegen den UK Open Champion von 2012, den World Grand Prix Champion von 2015. Ein Mann, der bereits in den Top 10 stand, der Premier League gespielt hat und der nach einem schwierigen Jahr 2017 jetzt nochmal im Viertelfinale des World Grand Prix stand. Aus Schottland, the Thorn, Robert Thornton. Best of 11 Legs, das ist die Distanz auf der European Tour. 6 Legs braucht man, um in die zweite Runde einzuziehen. Und natürlich begrüßen wir auch den Caller dieses ersten Matches ganz herzlich. Paul Higgs.
Well, welcome to Göttingen for the evening session of the opening day of the Happy Bet European Darts Trophy, the 12th and final Euro Tour event of the year, and so much hangs in the balance. We've got some big games on the way for you. Not just some big names in action, but some hopes of making big tournaments for a lot of these players hanging by threads. We've got the likes of former Lakeside winner Christian Kiss, former World Championship finalist Kevin Painter, multiple major champion James Wade, the reigning World Youth Master Nico Bloom. But we start with the reigning World Master in the seniors, Christoph Ratajski, against a former World Master himself, Robert Thornton. I'm Dan Dawson, sitting alongside me is Paul Nicholson, a former Players Champion. And what a match to start this evening's session, Paul.
Well, I'm licking my lips, my palms are sweaty, loving the fact there's so many people here on a Friday night. Göttingen, you can be very proud of this. Can't wait for this game.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg is Robert to throw first. Come on.
They were queuing around the block to get in here tonight here at the Lokhalle in Göttingen. It is not completely full. It will be this weekend, but I tell you what, we've got some atmosphere for this opening game. Christoph Ratajski, the World
85.
Master, against Robert Thornton, the 2007 World Master. And these guys, the last 2 players to win it while entering in round 1. Not one of the seeded players coming in later on.
We can call these guys proper World Masters, can't we? I mean, back in 2007, Thornton
100.
defied the rules by being unseeded and took out everyone and started his crusade. Could Ratajski be on his own crusade now? I see a lot of similarities between these two, Dan, I really do. Not just because they took out the then world champions at the quarterfinal stage
100.
of when they won their World Masters. Not just because they took out all of their opponents in qualifying by the same score all the way through. I just feel like they're talisman-like players. I mean, when Ratajski won the World Masters recently, he won it well.
140.
Yeah, he was the best player, and that includes all the big names from the BDO. He was superb, Ratajski. Not going to take out the 170 to break the Thornton throw, but he is going to be quite handily placed.
98. Robert, you require 76.
76 for the Thorn. Oh my word, 25 and bull. Oh dear. Robert, he says. And Ratajski is given a chance. And you can't give this man a chance because he's been taking them. He's shown us this on the European Tour. 20 for tops. Oh, wow. 2 World Masters can't hit big numbers.
56.
What do you know? Can Robert hit his favourite double top? Yeah, that's a good guy, Robert. He's saying to himself.
36.
He'll be furious with that.
Christoph, you require 40.
He might look like he's got a smile and say he'll be boiling up. Ratajski, same target. Now for 10s. Edgy start to this one. Gets double five. No emotion from the stoic Polish Eagle.
Game on.
Well, Robert Thornton has endured a couple of years where in big TV tournaments he's not been able to do anything. Surprisingly, he's still chipped away with odd little runs here and there on the floor tournaments that has kept him there or thereabouts in the Pro Tour order of merit. But at the World Grand Prix, a tournament he shouldn't even have been in, he was only in because Phil Taylor pulled out, it was some of the old Thorn. His game against Dave Chisnell in particular, he survived a bunch of match darts, but he hit 11 180s in that game. It was absolutely spectacular from Robert Thornton. If he can use that as a platform to get back to where he was a couple of years ago when he won the World Grand Prix.
11.
I suggest he doesn't have many more visits like that, though.
I'm a big believer in the fact that when Robert Thornton has his wife with him, Christine, who watches every dart he throws, I think Robert's a different animal. When she's not here, I think sometimes he can lose focus, but he can regain it ever so fast sometimes. Christine Thornton is the kind of corner person that I think everybody would get something from.
59.
She gets the best out of Robert, that is for certain. Robert needs another 180 here, or something similar, just to get to a finish.
Well, 59. I remember Robert after he won his one Euro Tour title in Dusseldorf, the European Darts Open, a couple of years back. Said that his wife describes him as a pit bull with the heart of a lion. Pretty apt. He is a tenacious fighter, is the Thorn, but he's second best in the opening stages of this one. That'll make Ratajski think, though. Level pegging now. 56 left for both of them after 5 visits. Double 4 it is. Bends the wire.
52. Robert, you require 56.
Uncharacteristic misses from the World Master. Tops. Can he get it this time? Oh, that's picture perfect from Das Thorn.
So like it's Robert to throw first.
And whenever he's hitting tops like that,
Game on.
you don't want to leave him it. And that's something Ratajski will have to learn when you play against these big players all the time, which is something he's definitely going to do.
100.
He's made his choice.
85.
He is going to go for Ali Pali. Tonight he's got to win if he's going to get there.
Yeah, and there is a lot riding on this for Christoph Ratajski, having won the World Masters, one of the video majors. And that is superb from Ratajski. 174 to kick off. He would have gone to Lakeside being among the favourites, you would think, to go and claim the title. And it is a big prize there. What, £100,000, I think? It's certainly a load of money anyway. And it's obviously got prestige and it's got history. But Christoph Ratajski, as I understand it, wants to come and play PDC from the start of next year full-time. Not just dip in and out of the Euro Tours as it... Well, he's not been dipping out of them much. He's only missed one tournament. But just to play the Euro Tours, which is what he's done. And to be able to make the European Championship, which he has done, and put himself in with a shot of Ali Pali is incredible.
140.
But he has to win here. He's 12 or 1,500 quid behind Kevin Painter for a World Championship spot, and he's not got any more chances
41
to get any on the Pro Tour order of merit, which is how he'd qualify for it.
Yeah, he's got one other option, hasn't he, Dan?
Well,
but the option now is only 60. Bullseye. Got to go for it. That's a 20.
Robert,
two minds in the end. Look at the score, decided on it, and then he still had another glance at the score.
He gets the 60 here. Oh, that guide was perfect.
63. Christoph require 30.
Straight at it, or does he split? Straight at it, and it's in. 13 darts, and it's another break.
Christoph to throw first. Game on.
Interestingly enough, I was in a cab yesterday with Robert Thornton from Hanover Airport to come to Göttingen, and the draw came through, and I told him that he's playing Christopher, and he asked me, who's that?
44.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, Christoph, you'd only really know him if A, you followed the video darts, or B, you'd been following the Euro Tour this year.
45.
And Robert probably hasn't been following much of the Euro Tour this year because he's not been on it very much. I mean, he's not really going to be troubling anybody at the European Championship unless he goes on and makes the final here. You know, £4,000 is what he's managed to pick up so far. So he really, you know, he's not really been that involved. He's not been aware that Christoph Ratajski has been turning up regularly in the opening game. And if he hasn't gone any further than that, he's put up one heck of a test for some of the top-seeded players.
121.
You mentioned earlier that Ratajski has an opportunity to get to the World Championships through the Pro Tour Order of Merit. But there is one little scenario that is left if he doesn't.
Yeah, there is one, isn't there?
59.
If he can have another deep run in a television event, the European Championship, somewhere where he's going to be.
Yeah.
If he wins it,
100.
he would probably be in the top 32 in the world.
Well, you know, there's only so many major big stage winners
62.
this year in both codes of darts. Christoph Ratajski is one of them. Now, he's picked up 20 grand on the Euro Tour as he looks at treble 17. Not going to be. Yeah, picked up 20 grand, pick up a couple more grand here, and then pick up 100,000 in the European Championship. Number 32 in the world is currently Rob Cross with 122,000. He's not going to be a million miles away. I mean, it would be agonising for him to win the European
84.
Championship
Christoph Ratajski,
and then not make the World Championship and have to go to Q school. Well, that would put him in the 64, so he would get his scorecard at least. Double 16.
16.
That's some characteristic from Ratajski. He loves double 16. Robert Thornton with one of the tricky 120-plus finishes. Needs another one of those.
Oh, dear, Thorn.
And he hooked that one. Absolutely hooked it. And it was begging to be hit as well.
Yeah. Oh, Robert Thornton leaves you in no doubt as what he thought of his visit. But it's rare that he actually takes his walk-on songs advice and walks 500 miles after a shot like that. So Ratajski does take out the double 8 and goes 3-1 up.
Come on.
I was looking through who Ratajski had beat in qualifying, and usual people in the Eastern European qualifying later stages.
85.
Beat Janos Vargsha 6-1. I mentioned that he won all his games by the same margin. 6-1, 6-1, 6-1. He beat Nandor Bezek, Chicky Nandor, in the qualification match. But the semi-final match against Josef Rukska, that's where it gets interesting, because at the start of his campaign for winning the Windmill Masters, he beat Josef Rukska by 3-1. I thought, hey, is that an omen for him?
Well, you never know. The level that he has played at, averaging in the high 90s, occasionally nipping above the 100 mark. I think he averaged 101 when he beat Glenn Durrant in that World Masters quarter-final. And that's over quite a long format game. If he plays to that level, at the minute it's 92, it's still good enough to be beating Robert Thornton 3-1 at the moment, and he's attacking the Thornton throw again. But if he plays at that level over the course of this weekend, it could be enough to go and win this title.
This is almost like a Ratajski B game right now. And I also looked at
132.
his ability to finish when he won that title.
Oh.
That 18 will not help.
No, will not. Can he leave himself well placed? Yeah, it looks like it.
92.
Yeah, very good. Very good stuff. Now then, Thorn. Is it the bull? It is the bull. And now it's the bull again. Big deep breath. Absolutely crucial.
Robert Thornton. Six leg is Christoph to throw first. Game on.
Well, he took a bit of time to get a sight on it, but my word, the guide for that bull was millimetre precision perfect.
96.
And did he use it? It was in off the crossbar. It was brilliant. And he needed it, Dan. He really did.
Well, with Ratajski sat on top for a breaker throw and a 4-1 lead, that could be considered, even at this stage of the match, a game-saving shot. And you're right, in off the bar, proper Tony Yeboah stuff from the Thorn as Ratajski looks to fill it up.
140.
140 he'll have to do.
I like that one, Tony Yeboah. It was a 100-mile-an-hour volley into the bull.
I hadn't even thought, actually. I mean, if Ratajski did go on and win this, that would get him in the Grand Slam, would it not? As a Euro Tour winner, and there's more ranking money there. So, again, you know, he'd be chipping away. He could win the Grand Slam and the Euros, and he could be number 4 in the world by the time we get to the World Championship.
Welcome to Darts Permutations. It's a new darting show being presented by PDC HD TV. By me, Dan.
You, Dan
Dawson.
Oh.
We're getting carried away here. This is fantastic.
There is no permutation where that is possible. 167 is possible. It's still possible. But no longer. 152 for the Thorn. And he might be forced to take it out here. If he does, it's a breaker throw in a level game, and it looks very different. And he's got a chance. Oh. And again, he's off. He's off. Robert Thornton's Fitbit's going to explode.
85.
Oh dear, well actually his head might after that one.
Ratajski on the Mensah. Takes the Mensah, 4-2 advantage.
7 legged Robert to throw first. Game on.
And I like how you mentioned the Grand Slam, because you think about who Ratajski went through to win the Masters. Rutschke first, then Carlo van Cleef, then Denny Calter, then Richard Veenstra, someone that we know a lot about. Alan Suter of Scotland, but then Grand Slam people. He took out 3 in a row. He took out Durrant. He took out Cameron Menzies. Then he took out McGeady. That is like a who's who of the BDO right now. Yeah. And it's not a shock because of what we've seen from him in 2017. It's just great to see great darts from someone from a country where darts is growing.
He's certainly the flag bearer for darts in Poland. And I mean, I think it's a great shame that he's not been picked for the Grand Slam as one of the BDO pick. You know, as a world master.
83.
I mean, we've had this situation before, haven't we, where Glenn Durrant a couple of years ago wasn't picked when everybody wanted to see Durrant there. But who knows? It would be some going, having been overlooked for the world Grand Slam after winning the World Masters. He then went and won this and got in by that avenue. I think that might knock Adrian Lewis out as well. If we have a new winner on the Euro Tour this year, I think Adrian Lewis might be the person to miss out. Well, now he gets to go at the 132, but he doesn't get the 57 that he needed.
64.
This just for a hole of throw, though, for Robert Thornton.
60 will be the target. Now he has the Mensah. Can he hit it? Yes, he can. Double 14's getting pounded. Oh, this is delivering. I like it. Don't want this game to end, but one of them does. And they'll only like it when they get 6 legs.
140.
The other one's going to be furious.
Well, this is the thing. Ratajski's basically doing what he's done all European Tour this year, and he's averaging in the high 90s, 97 or so at the moment.
41.
The Thorn, now, before him spark, well, it's 98, you see. Before his run at the World Grand Prix, you'd kind of look at this game and think, well, this is the sort of match that Robert has been losing on a regular basis. But
100.
There was just little signs at the Grand Prix that maybe he's getting back to that old Robert Thornton. Certainly not stop the complaining.
93.
Yeah, he's not the best poker player in the world, Robert.
Yeah.
If he's got a royal flush, he's going to tell you about it.
Oh.
136.
Well, the Polish Eagle just continues to go about his business.
100.
That may have been the most relaxed treble 20 ever hit. That's 12 off. Leaves you 113, Christoph. Just lay it up nicely. And he'd be looking good
51.
for an advantage of 5-3 against the two-time PDC major champion.
Yeah, well, look, I've argued, some people disagree, but I've argued that Robert Thornton's CV, the manner in which he's claimed his major titles, the people he's beat, and the context of them make him one of the great players of our times. But right now, Christoph Ratajski, the new world master, is giving him a bit of a lesson.
For about a year now, I've noticed that Ratajski will leave double 16 at every opportunity that he can. And he's so good on it.
Well, you kind of get that sense, a bit like when you watch Mensah.
96.
He's got a favourite double and he's deadly at it, but you don't feel particularly unsafe if whatever he's left.
140.
He's very composed. He's very adept at hitting doubles, whatever he's left. It's just it's neat and tidy darts. He doesn't make that many silly mistakes.
59.
What impresses me the most is the mental approach to the game. In the back room, we went for a little bit of a break in between the sets. He was sitting there in a corner on his own, not talking to anybody, just looking down. I went over and congratulated him on his recent success. He said thank you. I think that's maybe the only word he knows in English. A gracious champion that he is, was getting on with what he feels serves him best for big matches, and right now it's working.
Yeah, it really is working. It's worked all year for Christoph Ratajski, and he's not hit a 180 in this game. He's had a couple of 174s, and yet he's still averaging 97. You know there's more gears for him to move through. Because the Thorn has left 140 here. Christoph should leave a 2-darter. That's exactly what he's done. He would have loved a ton 40, but he'll have to settle for the 72. Because the ton 40 is not going for Thornton. And Christoph Ratajski,
100.
for the current world master, to knock out the world master from a decade ago and keep alive his hopes of making Ali Pali, 20 for double top.
52. Robert,
now Robert,
40.
You need 3 legs. There's
He's
one.
shot on the 9th leg.
2 to go.
Thornton.
And the plot thickens. Thicker than goulash soup on a Friday night. We want more.
Well, you're getting more. Not sure how much though.
60.
Is it just the one leg? Do we get another couple? This is when Thornton has to strike.
This is how he's built his reputation, Robert,
60.
for being a terrier. Grinding in these kinds of games. His opponent has had one match dart. He's not taken the opportunity, but Ratajski wants another one.
140.
He's been in some belting games this year, Ratajski, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's gone toe-to-toe with Peter Wright on a number of occasions, and there have been other seeded players he's come up against, and if he's not beaten them, he really has pushed. I think you can probably count on 1 or 2 fingers the number of times when Christoph Ratajski has been beaten, and very well beaten. He has always made his opponent work exceedingly hard to do so.
Arguably one of the games of his season was one that he got beaten against Viljanen.
Yeah, indeed, yeah, of course.
What a game that was.
Christoph Ratajski, 160.
But right now he's got 6 darts for 161, and we won't be talking about a game that he's lost. We'll be talking about a game that he's won.
137.
Wonderful stuff. Christoph Ratajski, he's missed 1 match dart, but he should get 3 more here. Double 12 is what he'll need. Thornton knows.
38.
He knows. And he's thrown that away.
24.
There should have been some pressure on this, but it doesn't matter. And even if there had been pressure, I think Christoph Ratajski might have taken it out anyway. A 14-dart leg, and the new world master has beaten the old world master, and he keeps alive his hopes of making the PDC World Championship later on this year. He turned down the invitation to Lakeside. He's not going to go there. He knows what he wants, Christoph Ratajski. It's down to him this weekend to reach out and grab it. And it's the wizard, Simon Whitlock, the number 4 4 seed here at the Happy Bet European Darts Trophy, who awaits the Polish Eagle in the second round. Coming up now, though, it's a former major finalist in Vincent van der Voort against the World Youth Master, Flower Power, Nico Bloom.
It was not an easy round to play Robert Thornton in the first round, huh?
Yeah, I play with him first time. I know he's a really great player, but I play good. He play not so good, I think. Not his level. And I won.
What's the feeling to be the World Masters champion?
It's a great feeling, yeah, really. I'm really happy from this title, yeah. I always think about this and I won this title and I'm really happy.
It's good for confidence and for playing big matches now?
Yes, of course, because it's a final, a big tournament and I won it and I feel more confidence after this.
Yeah, that's good. Good to see you tomorrow again. Thank you very much. Christoph Ratajski, der sagt, das war natürlich ein Riesenmoment, als er das World Masters gewonnen hat, als er das Finale auch dann wirklich für sich